Well, about to make his major league debut, Trey Wingenter on the mound for the Padres. You got to figure there's a little bit of butterflies in that belly right now. Yeah, bringing him in a 6-run lead. He's got the top of the Brewers order to deal with. Starts with Lorenzo Cain, a 2-hit night for him, a single and a double. Cain with a fly ball to center field. Margot will put it away. They say he wanted to get squared, needed to get squared away. They say he's another one of those who can touch 100. Used to be 2 balls, 1 strike to Yelich. At 98, a swing and a miss. Strikeout of Yelich.
9 runs, 8 of them earned for Chacin. That
2-run homer from Aguilar in the first inning. Stockus another 2. Aguilar. Slider from Wingenter is now. Bouncing ball over to Hosmer. And the San Diego Padres take the opener of this series. Trey Wingenter had his debut last night, was pretty good. And Andy Green calling on him in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jonathan Scope coming off the bench, getting it out. He set down the top of the order in order last night. And Wingenter makes quick work of Scope for out number 1. Here's Yelich. Deep but foul down the distance on home run number 18 for Yelich.
Ed Cedars had a lot of.
It's a new feature. And the 1-2, and Yelich goes down swinging above the 2 million mark for the season. They broke that last night. Cain stings one, but right to Manuel Margot, and Wingenter has another 1-2-3 inning. Last call for the Padres, down 8-4.
Says it all.
Now the 3rd major league appearance for Trey Wingenter, 6'7". We told you he was big. So far, very good in Milwaukee for Wingenter. Had a lot of family able to make it from Alabama up to Milwaukee for the big league debut. Now an opportunity to pitch at home for the first time. Believe his folks are able to make it here as well. And he's got Michael Franco to start 3 inning with a couple of strikeouts. And now ahead of Franco, no balls, 2 strikes.
Ball looks like it has good carry. Tough to catch up to.
His mom grew up closer actually to Tuscaloosa. Alabama did not recruit him. And another strikeout. Good slider against Franco.
Dialed in tonight, but did pitch well enough to get out of certain.
Tomorrow he's going to play a 1-game rehab assignment. He's got that bone bruise on his foot with the Lake Elsinore team.
There adds a little bit of versatility to his game.
Finer points, I think. And Myers, I'm guessing, is going to get an opportunity to.
Certain aspects of that position will be very challenging. Talk to Glenn Hoffman about the 3rd base position.
Full count to Alfaro. 1 out, base is empty in the 9th, and Wingenter walks him. 1 out base runner for the Phils.
On the other side.
First at bat for Roman Quinn, came on in that double switch last inning. In his 12th major league game of the year. And Wingenter with a filthy slider gets in front of him. Not great defense. That one gets away. And Spangenberg tracks it down. No further advance, but Alfaro into scoring position. And there goes the possibility of a ground ball double play. And assuming everything goes well tomorrow with the Storm, it's a very real possibility. Elsinore, by the way, they are not at home tomorrow. 2-2 to Quinn. Held by Hedges, strike 3. And it worked. Brad Hand was nobody's traditional closer. Obviously, Simber was in the mix. Now, all of a sudden, some big-time velocity. This time, exit velocity, but not enough. Renfroe right at the wall makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 5-1 Philadelphia.
Well, into the game is Trey Wingenter as he comes in here for Robert Stock, who pitched 2 innings.
Robert did well. 1 hit, 1 run. Not bad. Had the good slider working. Trey enters his 4th game. Should feel comfortable out there right now. 5 strikeouts in the small sample size in 3 innings of work. Last time out was against the Phillies on Saturday. Threw an inning. Struck out 2.
Eric Young Jr. 1 for 3 in the game. A 2-run triple back in the 4th inning. Shohei Ohtani has come out on deck. Swing and a miss for Young, and 97 from Wingenter. Strom an inning, and 2 for Robert Stock.
And another
leadoff walk for Young to begin things here in the 9th inning. '87 from Wingenter, but overthrew it at the bench and pinch hit each of the first 2. Young takes off, pitches a ball, throw down, not going to be in time. Too much speed there. This one to the backstop, and Wingenter kind of slipped at the end of that delivery.
Well, he's been a tough out this series, Cole Calhoun, so I'm guessing that maybe going over a little scouting report.
Jimenez also scored a run. Taken off is Ohtani, and uncontested into second base he goes. Calhoun goes after that. It's 1-. Fly ball headed to right field. Jankowski getting himself ready. So is Young at third base. Jankowski makes the catch. Throw comes into the infield, is tagging up and scoring without a problem as Young, and the Angels widen their lead on top. Drops in there for a strike, 1-1. Minor league seasons for Wingenter. Left side and under the glove of Myers, but Galvis has got it. The throw will get there in time. Throw to second, and Ohtani back to the bag safely. 2 down gives Justin Upton a chance here in the top of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Certainly very comfortable playing here at Petco Park. One fouled off A.J. Ellis. Fouled off to the right out of play. Do it again, 1-2. Popped up down the first base line. Hosmer runs into foul ground and makes the catch that ends the inning. Angels add a run, take a 7-3 lead to the bottom of the 9th.
The pitcher on for the Padres, Trey Wingenter.
An outstanding job by Kaz, holding them at 5, and that is the objective here for big right-hander Trey Wingenter. Small sample size, his 5th game. A little high on the walks in 4 frames, 3 free ones, but more strikeouts with 5.
In the first inning. Strike 2, 97. Didn't miss by a lot. And he's able to strike out Ahmed to begin things here in the 5th inning. And he walked in the 3rd inning, so he's been on twice. Good plate appearances in this game so far. Strike two.
Right here, right now. We kind of overthrew that one. Notice the right arm. Get some people asking me, you know, what are those bruises? Well, it's called cupping therapy. Local suction on the area creates more blood flow to that area that's maybe giving you some difficulty, which creates healing. Blood to the area, good fresh blood to the area creates healing, and that's what you see on the arm of Trey Wingenter. Therapy.
Have you done it?
I think no, I haven't, but I think it goes way, way back. I mean, but I see a lot of the guys like on their back. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of years. I'm just saying.
A long time.
I mean, that is strike three. Trey Wingenter strikes out the side in order. Very impressively. Halfway through, 5-0 D-backs. After a 1-2-3, striking out the side in order in the fifth for Trey Wingenter. He is back out there again to begin things here in the sixth inning and dealing with the top of the Diamondbacks order in John Jay. Eleven Diamondbacks batted in the first inning. Here's a drive to left field that sends Jankowski back with the room. He'll make the catch shy of the track for out number one.
Pumping that strike zone, man. He is not afraid to go. Ooh.
Right off him. It kicks towards first base. Hosmer will pick it up, but that's a base hit.
Wow.
On the side, I think. And the green coming out. Mark Rogo, head trainer. Hot shot right back at him. Ooh, maybe on the arm. Yes.
Above the elbow, around like bicep, tricep area.
Set it down to Bob.
You know, guys, I can empathize with what Trey Wingenter's feeling right now. I had that happen to me twice in a week. I hung a split finger to Larry Walker, and he hit it off my arm as quickly as that before I even knew what happened. I came back. It took me a week to come back. And my first game back, Benito Santiago did the exact same thing to me. So it's no fun. I think the Padres are doing the right thing by taking this young man out and making sure that he's okay.
I agree.
Trey Wingenter into the game here for the Padres in the top of the eighth.
Hey, big time situation for the rookie right-hander. I mean, he's got the stuff, throws the ball extremely hard, high 90s, the devastating breaking ball, a one-run lead here, and the Padres 6 outs to get. So this is huge, entering his 6th game at the big league level.
Eduardo Escobar leading it off and taking strike one. Popped up, foul ground. Galvis covering a lot of ground, will get there and drop the ball. Went into the slide, had to go in and off the glove. He went around.
Oh.
No, whoa. Popped up, foul ground. Myers heading over himself on the dirt of the track, will make the catch right at the screen. Daniel Descalso getting a start at second base. Down 0-2.
That's high octane at 98, yo.
Driven to deep right field. Back goes Jankowski at the wall. He leaps and can't catch it. Went into the wall pretty hard. It's a home run, and this game is tied. In the order, single to center in the second, single to left in the fourth inning. Shallow right, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Fly ball to right field. Travis Jankowski has room this time and makes the catch that ends the top of the eighth inning, but a home run by Daniel Descalso, tied at 3.
Gonna have to turn up the dial these Rocky hitters. Now the right-hander Wingenter, high 90s, his 7th game, high leverage game, 1-run lead, getting late. Very good splits in the 6 1/3 innings of work for Trey.
Ian Desmond going to lead it off here for the Rockies in the 7th. Desmond, Dahl, Iannetta expected to bat here. Strike one from Wingenter. Or he was pinch hit for last inning. Grounded back to Wingenter. He'll run a little bit, flips underhanded for the out at first base. Out number 1 at the bottom of the 7th inning.
That's the name of my new band. Moss comparison.
David Dahl's had a good day. On the ground to first base, nicely picked by Hosmer. Wingenter's got to get over, and he does just in time to get David Dahl. Pitch hitter has come out on deck. 2-0. '98. Foul back, 2-2. 2-2 to Iannetta. Full count now. Rockies, his first team in the big leagues. Swing and a miss, and Wingenter has a great 7th inning. 1-2, 3-2 groundouts and a strikeout. 3-2 Padres. To the 8th we go.
Cody Bellinger leads off this bottom of the 8th and strokes a base hit the other way. Thought about trying to stretch it to a double. Instead retreats. Now he's headed for second. Running throw won't get him. Bellinger's at second to open the 8th. Trey Wingenter, by the way, is in the game for his 8th major league appearance. Boy, I know it's stressful, but are you having any fun yet? This is awesome. Strike one. Jansen rested and ready to go for the 9th. Oh, 2. Dozier gets it by a lunging Galvis. Bellinger had to make sure that got through. Dozier's headed for second, reading the throw in from left. And the Dodgers running the bases aggressively again. Strike one.
They are pinched all the way in. A lot of times with no outs, they'll be about halfway, but the Padres taking the full risk reward and coming in as close as they can.
Strike two. Got it. On 3 pitches, 1 away in the 8th. Just hoping to put it in play to bring home some insurance. Strike one. Strike two. Trey Wingenter has come out and fired 5 consecutive strikes after the Dodgers put him at second and third. Fouled off. We'll do it again. 99 from the big fella.
Trying to produce just the conventional runs.
There's ball one. A 1-2. He chases strike 3. Fly ball center field. Unbelievable. And so it'll fall on Kenley Jansen's shoulders with the slimmest of margins as the Dodgers fail to gather insurance. Fasten those seatbelts. On to the ninth.
2 down in the 7th inning. Pitching change. Joey Lucchesi comes out of the game after a new career high 108 pitches. And into the game comes Trey Wingenter.
Oh, he was fabulous up at Chavez Ravine against the Dodgers. Pitched himself into trouble and then struck out the side to get out of the inning.
9th appearance for Wingenter. 2.16 earned run average. And 8 to 3rd innings, 11 strikeouts. He's walked 3, and Mitch Haniger, the batter, with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 2 down. And a foul for strike 1. The 1 pitch is in there for strike 2.
Yeah, get me over 99.
Sprayed foul off to the right, out of play. Fouled again to the right, out of play. Fouled off again, and the battle continues. And a 1-2 pitch to Haniger. Fouled off again to the right, out of play. 8th pitch coming up for him in this plate appearance. Wingenter was headed to the dugout, but called the ball. Yanks that one in at 99. It is now a full count. Left side, it is cut off by Myers. The throw is high, but Hosmer kept the foot on the bag for the out and gets him out of the jam. Wingenter able to get Haniger. 8-1 Padres. It is on to the 6th inning back at Petco Park, and a new pitcher. Trey Wingenter into the game now for the Padres.
Now the big right-hander had a 1/3 of an inning in yesterday's game, but also has done a very good job in his 9 appearances with runners in scoring position. 1 for 10 in those scenarios. Big power fastball to go along with that slider.
There's Trevor Story to lead it off for the Rockies.
Over the plate, and it really did a nice job of setting up his off speed for a guy that hasn't, pitched in a big. The other interesting thing, it seemed as though the first inning or two velocity was about 90, 91, and then we saw it ramp up. He hit 93, 94 as it went on, so that was a good sign as well.
Wingenter has fallen behind here, 3-0. And he walks Story on 4 pitches. So leadoff walk here in the 6th inning. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Runner goes at first, and a base hit into right field. Picking himself up and heading for third is Story on the base hit to right, and it's 1st and 3rd now. 284 hitter in this spot. All right, jumping on that first pitch, but fouling it off. Now he bats 1st and 3rd, tying run 90 feet away. And he jumps on the second pitch. 96-mile-an-hour fastball down 0-2.
Yeah, that velocity on the fastballs beat him.
And he elevates and strikes him out. More fastballs. 98. Out number 1 of the 6th inning. Gonzalez strikes out.
Yeah, slowed him up on the first pitch of the at bat with the breaking ball, then went to 2 gas. Really reaching back and getting 98 on this pitch. He's pitching above the barrel.
Shows bunt, pulls it back in, takes a pitch that was called up. It appeared to be a strike high in the zone. On the corner that time does. Roll down the third baseline, foul.
On the ground, left side. Myers will go to second for one on to first. It is not in time. And the game is tied. Coming in from third base is Story. And it's now 2-2. So Desmond at first now, 2 down. Brand new ball game, tied at 2. Here's Tony Walters. Throw over by Wingenter. And that leadoff walk comes back to get him. Turns into a run here. A game tying run for the Rockies. Runner goes on the 0-1 and is slap foul by Walters down the left field line. 0-2 pitch coming up. Runner goes again and a fly ball to right field. Jankowski back and he'll have room. In front of the warning track. Makes a catch out there and right that ends the inning. A run though for the Rockies ties the game at 2.
Tater now after a single and a walk begin the 7th inning for the Rockies. He departs in a tie game and responsible for 2 men on. Trey Wingenter into the game.
Now the big right-hander in his 11th appearance done a very good job with runners on base. A 143 average, 2 for 14. It's a big scenario for him.
Chris Iannetta coming up. Iannetta, the catcher, 0 for 2. His fly to right, fly out to center. Pitcher spot to be next. Kyle Freeland expected, but it is Matt Holliday who has come out on deck. First things first here, as Iannetta already squaring against Wingenter. Runner takes off for third. No throw from Ellis and a double steal. Wow. So Desmond to third, Parr to second. They double steal. So second and third now, nobody out. Infield in all the way around now for San Diego. Swing and a miss for Iannetta. The 99-mile-an-hour fastball by him. Right field struck well. Reyes going back, going to be over his head and off the wall. In from third comes Desmond. Parra coming around from second. Throw to the plate will not be in time. 2-run score and the Rockies take a 5-3 lead. A 2-run double for Chris Iannetta on a wall ball to right field. Iannetta at second and the pinch hitter is Matt Holliday. Couple of starts in this series coming off the bench today. Pinch hit for Freeland. And a half-hearted swing there. He kind of changed his mind in the middle. It's a Yankee last year. And is down on the count 0-2. Trying to catch up to that 99. Called the ball, didn't have to be. 2-2. In the air to right field. Incoming is Reyes. He'll make the catch out there. Staying at second base is Iannetta. Iannetta at second base. Charlie Blackmon 1 for 3 in the game.
It's one of those scenarios that's so strange.
Line to right field and a base hit for Blackmon. Iannetta's being waved around. Reyes' throw will go to second. And the Rockies tack on another run on top 6-3 now. It's been a 3-run top half of the 7th inning so far for Colorado.
I think Blackmon would be on the move here.
Throw over and Blackmon diving back. I'd imagine Buddy Black would keep the pressure on here.
Yeah, he understands it's almost a mentality that he has to get his team. They go back on a 10-game homestand. Really, he wants to get these guys in the right mindset.
Over there again, and Blackmon back to the bag again. So that run is charged to Wingenter. First run that he has been charged with since coming in. Now the 2 inherited runners to score. And now one of his own in what has been a 3-run top of the 7th inning to this point for Colorado. This one will get away. Blackman heads for second base. Urias over to pick it up. And a wild throw over to first base, and Blackman into scoring position now anyway, after they checked on him a bunch. E1 charged to Wingenter.
Almost looked like they had him. You can see Blackman was going on that pitch. Just pulls that towards that runner. As a first baseman, very difficult, even though you have that big glove. Once it goes into that runner, there's no space to really get that ball.
Blackman at second with one down. Mayhew rolls it over foul. On the ground to short. Galvis looks the runner back, and the throw to first is out, number 2. In the 6th inning. Here he is in the 7th. On a strike. Popped up right side of the infield, I think. Ellis now will have to come back. It is not the right side of the infield. It's going to be behind home plate. Fouled off to the right, out of play. By the mound to second base, where Urias fires to first for the out that puts an end to this inning. But the Rockies scored 3 times in the inning and have taken a 6-3 lead with a big inning here in the top of the 7th.
New pitcher. Here's Trey Wingenter coming in here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
What do we know about the high 90s fastball, the breaking ball from Trey Wingenter? Already his 12th game. He's going to get a lot of action. More strikeouts than innings pitched.
Grounder foul outside first base. 2-2, 97 from Wingenter missing. Basically fouled out of the glove of Hedges, who's about to catch it. Late swing, 2-2. Full count now, missing at 98. Foul back and out of play. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Eduardo Escobar. Leads it off in the 6th inning. Paul Goldschmidt, David Peralta to follow. Everybody gets on. Steven Souza Jr. will have a chance. Elevates, and he didn't go. This is Alan Porter down at third base. Leadoff walk allowed by the 3rd time tonight for Padres pitching. All right, Scan, we got a visit here from Mark Rogo, the trainer, to the mound, and Wingenter says he's okay. He's going to stay in the game. So a medical visit here, not a charged mound visit.
This is part of the lineup where Trey's got to make some good quality pitches. Ooh, there's 99 for you. Right at the knees.
Rich yesterday allowed a couple of inherited runners to score, one of his own, in an inning of work against the Rockies. Now ready with a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and elevates at 99, getting Goldschmidt to chase.
I like that. Just coming right after him, splitting the heart of the plate, just right below the letters.
Escobar back to first. Swinging a foul tip held onto by Austin Hedges. Strike 3 to Goldschmidt. One down here in the 6th inning.
Talk about announcing his presence with authority with the fastball. He did really well, going up the ladder and then down and away to Goldschmidt for the strikeout.
Comes Andy Green with Jose Castillo in the pen, going to go get it. With one out and a runner at first base here in the 6th inning. We'll have a pitching change from Chase Field in Arizona with the Padres on top 4-1.
Trey Wingenter into the game for the Padres.
Oh, the big right-hander enters his 13th game. Really good splits. Strikeouts are there. More strikeouts than innings pitched. And I can't help but think every time he toes the slab, Spinal Tap road manager Ian Faith now pitches for the Padres.
Scott Schebler 0 for 2 has struck out twice. Swinging and looking. 2 of the 8 strikeouts that Eric Lauer, the Padres starter, had in this game.
(1984) to be exact.
They're shifting on him on the right side. Schebler drives this to deep right center field. Long way and gone.
Ball was heading towards the smokestack in right center field. This was 98 fastball turned around. Wow.
Now Dilson Herrera pops it up foul off to the right, out of play.
But Hunter Renfroe flashing the leather.
Now that is strike 3. Frozen on the 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
He bounced back.
Fly ball struck well to center field. Margot going back onto the edge of the track to make the catch. One of the deepest parts of the yard here at Great American Ballpark. Straightaway center at 404. And Margot needed all of it to get back there and make the catch. That's a night on Matt Whistler, who ends up going 2 innings of relief. Elevates at 97 and he chases.
He's probably going to see some classical gas right here. Oh yeah, there you go.
High and away, 2-2. Up and away. To right field. This is struck pretty well. Jankowski back at the wall, and that ball's gone. Wingenter has given up 2 solo shots here in the 7th inning.
Wingenter, Mason Williams turns that classical gas around for a home run. Wow.
Career pinch hit home run for Mason Williams. As Hamilton very late on that. 0-2.
You're right.
I just noticed.
Yeah.
I did some quick math.
Hey.
I looked down. I got to give you 20th pitch of the inning coming up here for Wingenter.
And he strikes out Hamilton. 2 solo shots in the inning. Reds are on the board 6-2. A new pitcher as part of some changes here for the Padres. Trey Wingenter into the game.
So back-to-back nights for the right-hander. He threw an inning last night in the 7th inning. 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 2 Reds. Ready to the 14th game for Trey.
Top of the order, Scott Schebler. Just showed you the grand slam that he hit, and now takes ball 1 from Wingenter. To right field, Reyes out there to make the catch on a screaming line drive for the first out of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Pitch headed down and away. pitch. First strike.
B.B. King in the Midnight Hour. Great song. Midnight Express.
Swing and a miss, and there are 2 outs in the 8th inning. Always wanted to work with Bobby De Niro, never had the chance.
Oh, Bobby. That's funny.
This will miss. 2-0 at 99. Foul back to the backstop, 2-1. It's been an unusual night.
It's either cherry red or midnight blue. That's what my father always said.
Ball 4 and Votto down to first base. A 2-out walk. Does not have a hit tonight. And fouls this one back to the screen. Hefty batting average. Down 0-2. Jeanette fouls it off. Still 0-2. Up high. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Wingenter gets him to end the 8th. We head to the 9th. 12-6 Cincinnati. New pitcher on down for San Diego. Trey Wingenter into the game.
Last time out for Trey was in Cincinnati. That was a while back, so he should be fresh and ready to go. That was actually on Friday. Pitched an inning. He walked 1. He struck out 2 Cincinnati Reds.
He's a strikeout pitcher as well, with 17 in 13 innings.
With the minimum to make himself eligible for a victory. Seager takes strike 1.
Now the Mariner hitters are going to have to turn up that dial with Wingenter out there throwing upper 90s.
Lean on that 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Coming in hot.
Seager fouls it off down the left field line.
0-2 pitch coming up to Seager. And did he go? Yes, he did, says Jerry Meals. Seager doesn't like it, but he takes with him the first strikeout for Wingenter. 1 down here in the 6th inning. Negron has struck out swinging and singled to left field. Swings and misses, and the bat goes flying down the third base line. One pitch bouncing in. Evens up at 1-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch headed down. Good downward play in there.
Really a nice slider at 86.
It's pretty tight.
That thing's biting like a mule, biting like a shark. Call that pitch Shark Sandwich.
Should be the name of your new band.
Shark Sandwich? I like it.
1-2 pitch coming up. And that is strike 3. Back-to-back strikeout for Wingenter.
Wow. Called a strike there. He seemed fooled on that one. Foul back 0-2. In the dirt, blocked there by Mejia. 1-2. On the ground, fouled by the Padres dugout. Pretty good pitch right there.
Slider up just a little bit too much. I mean, Foxcroft's had it as a strike, but if that slider's up in the zone, it's not going to have the same bite. You know, that's a legitimate strike, I think.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So Trey Wingenter comes in here in the 6th inning, and he strikes out Seager, Negron, and Beckham, all down by way of the K. To the 7th we go. 5-3 Padres.
Eric Lauer had himself a game, 5+. And he has so far allowed a run on 3 hits, though he is responsible for Elvis Andrus over at first base. And Trey Wingenter, who started all of the fun on Wednesday afternoon in Seattle, is the first man out of the pen tonight.
Well, we heard his AAA manager Rod Barajas talk about the improvements that Trey has made. I think everything has to do with his fastball and how much he improves on his secondary stuff. Been very good at the big league level.
16th major league appearance, and he gets to face a guy who's got over 3,100 career hits. Beltre backing away from that slider and taking the ball. Beltre again buckled by the slider, this time a called strike, 1-1. It's a fastball, but it misses, and the count swings in his favor. 2-2 to Beltre. Mentioned Wingenter starting all the fun on Wednesday. It really was one of the most remarkable things we have seen all season. Wingenter came on in the 6th inning. He struck out the side. Robert Stock and Jose Castillo combined to do the same in the 7th, and then Craig Stammen in the 8th. They struck out 9 straight guys, 4 different Padre relievers.
Pretty incredible. Swing and miss stuff out of the bullpen.
All fastballs from Wingenter in those strikeouts.
Oh, nice job by Austin. Really smothering that baseball.
So Beltre, the likely Hall of Famer, has worked the count full. Andrus is running, and the pitch is high, ball 4. Lauer walked 1 in his 5 innings, and now Wingenter walks the first guy that he sees. Eric did also hit a couple of batters. And another pitching change as Andy Green wants the left-hander to face Rougned Odor. 2 on and nobody out here in the 6th. The Rangers are threatening, down by 2. Bottom of the 8th, but could not cash in, and now the big right-hander Trey Wingenter comes out of the bullpen to try and keep it a 1-run game in the top of the 9th. And we'll revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers. 22 years old. This was certainly back towards a peak rather than a valley today.
I agree. You know, in between starts now, going into that bullpen session, he has a lot to work on still, but has a lot to be happy about today.
Trey Wingenter pitching for the 2nd consecutive day. He faced only 1 batter last night. It was Adrian Beltre. He walked him, and Beltre would come in to score. That kind of got the big 6th inning going for the Rangers. Thought he went, and he did. Got him. Just blew the fastball right past him. 99 miles an hour from Trey Wingenter.
Wingenter's at his best when he's aggressive, and why not? Because you should have that when you're throwing 99 mile an hour above the barrel of Ronald Guzman. That's impressive.
Seems like there's still an element of rawness to Wingenter. I don't think that's unfair to say, but you can see there's a lot of stuff in his right arm.
And I think that can work to his favor, Jesse. The wildness, you know, unconventionally, but when he's aggressive, you know, one of those appearances that really sticks out in my mind is up in Dodger Stadium. He had to fight through a tough situation and did. I think he grew up in that outing alone.
Players.
The strike zone starts shrinking down, and that's very difficult.
Game.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
Guy gets hit by a ton of pitches. That sounded like it hit the knob of the bat. They're calling it a foul ball.
Right.
Wingenter wisely just takes it himself. I mean, that ball went right into play. It hit the knob of the bat. It was in fair territory. Now Andy Green coming out to chat with Ryan Blackney, the home plate umpire who made that call. And now they're saying what? It hit the knob of the bat?
Enter St. Chirino's got hit on that left hand.
They're giving him a base. Okay, so it's a hit by pitch.
To me, this is embarrassing. It's embarrassing in baseball. I'm sorry.
Bad mechanics and absolutely just brutal communication. Looked like a ball in play to me. We'll see what they say after the fact. Anyway, now Delino DeShields Jr. after a long layoff for Trey Wingenter. Again, that review took just on headsets almost 5 minutes. That doesn't count all the conversations before and after.
Yeah, and he didn't even get to throw any pitches.
Started each of the first 2 games of this series in center field, and Wingenter falls behind 2-0. And not surprisingly, having a little bit of trouble with his command after all the layoff there. And a borderline pitch does not go his way. 2 men aboard with only 1 out in the top of the 9th. Darren Balsley going to go out and go over that scouting report with Wingenter. Probably also try and refocus him a little bit after all the mania here in the 9th inning.
But that clearly looked like it hit off the knob of the bat.
Still no word from the umpire command center, New York City, about what was being looked at there and what their decision was. 1-0-2, and he just blows the fastball right by him. And now 2 balls and a strike to Chu. No chance. 2-2.
Back-to-back elevated fastballs, and that one had a good finish on it.
Now full count, 3-2. Payoff pitch to Chu is high, ball 4. Second straight walk after the layoff for Wingenter, and now the Rangers have the bases loaded, 1 out, and the top of the order coming up. That'll be all for Trey as Mark McGuire comes out to make a pitching change here in the top of the 9th inning. It has been weird, wild, and wacky, and it's not done yet. Rangers with a 3-2 lead in the top of the 9th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out, and a pitching change here at Petco Park.
Trey Wingenter into the game. 3rd arm used tonight by the Padres.
2-run lead getting late. Later 3rd, and Trey Wingenter has been in this position before. Got the high fastball at 98, 99. Really tight breaking ball. And once again, getting more familiar with crunch time situations late in the game with the lead.
Fouled back to the screen. Ball and 2 strikes to Penn. Right side to Spangenberg. Panic is out number 1 of the 7th inning. After he homered here last night, a 437-foot blast. That's 1 foul towards the end of the Giants' dugout. Two and 2.
Wow.
Close pitch, a little bit low.
Yeah, how do you lay off that, right? With 2 strikes? That's maybe because you can't hit it. Great downward action. Nice frame job by Francisco. Just not get the call. Maybe down just a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and Wingenter picks up his first K. Hunter Pence strikes out, 2 down.
Looks like Trey Wingenter reaching back for a little extra on this one and just challenging him to the run. 98 with a little run inside, and Hunter Pence very late on that one. Rear back and let it fly. Good follow through. That's a big kid going plateward with a lot on that fastball.
2 down for Evan Longoria.
This is grounded foul outside of third. But he does not care about Mud's frogs.
Yeah. I love the clubhouse banter.
2-2 pitch coming up. And that'll miss for ball 3. Like maybe 2 guys like you. This is on the ground foul outside of third.
Okay, let's do this. What?
Not a fan.
Phil?
He does not like you. In the right field. Reyes moving back and over, and he'll make the catch. Phil Maton hates you. It's 5-3. Padres have the lead.
Machado 1 for 2 against Lucchesi, and a new pitcher for the Padres. Early to the bullpen again is Trey Wingenter.
Yeah, not a good thing for San Diego going to the bullpen this early. Last time out for Trey was back on Wednesday against the San Francisco Giants. Through an inning, he struck out 1 hitter, his 19th game for the big, tall right-hander. Upper 90s, and really, really good splits. As you take a look at the bottom there, 192 against lefties, 172 against righties. Try to stop the bleeding here. With 2 outs, he inherits 2 runners, and they are at the corners.
Padre bullpen has just a completely different look than it did at the beginning of the season, but it was good then and really good now. Most strikeouts of any bullpen in the National League this year. Padres starters, though, have the fewest number of strikeouts in the National League this season. It's the first game while you're looking.
Thursday, right? Milwaukee?
Yes. Swing and a miss. Another good slider now. 1-2 on Machado. Now he's in front of Manny Machado. The 1-2 just a little bit off the plate at 98 miles an hour.
Great arms down there.
Other way and through. That'll be a base hit. That'll be another run. 6-0 Dodgers. And Manny Machado's had himself a nice little series. Now runners on first and second, 2 out for the 9th man to hit in the inning. And Kike Hernandez takes a strike. 0-1. But only scored twice. They left the bases loaded. This time they've cashed in.
But throwing that early in the count for strikes and fastball counts where he wants to, that's going to be key.
Did it against Machado. Hernandez able to hold up here.
Wow.
I thought he went.
There's no wording, right?
It's about the intent.
Well, an intent to me is when a guy does that. That's his intent.
Can't read my mind. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Bases are loaded, and the Dodgers have batted around here in the 4th. Camp is a solo homer and a double. He scored twice, and he takes a fastball down the middle.
Taking that fastball.
Now in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. On 0-2, he laces it into left, and it'll drop down for a base hit. 1 run has scored. Renfroe dropped it. 2 runs will check in, and the Dodgers have blown it open here in the 4th. What a day for Matt Kemp.
Well, the lug nuts loosen and the wheels coming off as Matt Kemp protecting with 2 strikes up and in. And once again, get to that baseball. It's on the handle. Too good of an 0-2 pitch. He fights it off well. There's the bobble.
In again, and now 2-0. Dozier pops it up. Mejia will give it a look, but that'll be into the seats and out of play. 2-2 now. Dozier takes, and that will end the inning. The Dodgers, though, score 6 runs on 6 hits and take an 8-0 lead to the 5th.
Trey Wingenter comes into the game for the Padres.
Big tall right-hander, crunch time on the road, tie ball game. Extra frames are his 20th game. We know he's got the power stuff. 99-mile-an-hour fastball, very tight slider. On the road, since the time Trey's been in the big leagues, opponents only hitting .207. Off the right-hander.
Brandon Crawford going to lead it off here for the Giants in the 11th. Singled in the 4th inning, 1 for 4 in the ball game. A pretty good chance here by the Padres with Galvis at third base, left there as Myers grounded out to end the inning. To first, and Hosmer will need Wingenter to cover, and he does for the first out of the 11th inning. Strike one. Rolls it over foul, 0-2. Now with 1 out in the 11th, a foul ball to the screen, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Wingenter strikes him out. 2 down in the 11th inning.
That is some high-octane gas at 97. Just blowing Nick Hundley away right there. Watch the glove of Hedges. Does he thread the needle? Oh, you bet. Right there, 97 with a little bit of movement. Hundley goes down swinging.
12 batters in a row retired by Padres pitching. 2 down in the 11th. Ramos Garcia. Giants had a 4-3 lead, but a blown save for their closer, Will Smith. Pitch in there for strike 2. Two and two. Swing and a miss, and striking out is Garcia. We head to the 12th inning tonight. Tied up at 4. Trey Wingenter into the game.
Johnny Holstaff tonight's doing a good job. Last night, Wingenter pitched in the 11th inning. He threw an inning, struck out 2 Giants. 21st game for the young right-hander.
Hunter Pence leading it off and taking strike 1. Popped up foul off to the left out of play. The blown save here last night. Giants now at 30 of those. So it fouled off over by the Giants dugout. Line to center, and a base hit for Hunter Pence opens up the bottom of the 8th inning for the Giants.
Well, he battles with the best of them. And with that swing, a lot of moving parts. The one thing is for sure, when that front foot is down, the hands are back, and he throws that head of that baseball bat very hard.
Fouled off to the left out of play. Nobody warming in the Padres pen.
Tough to double up.
Tried to bunt, pops it up foul on the run. Hedges won't get there. 98 but missing. Waiting on deck. Check swing. Did he go? No. Marley said he didn't offer. 2-2. '97 and still 2-2. Full count now. Coming up to Gregor Blanco. Runner goes, swing and a miss for a strikeout, and the throw is going to be in time. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. 2 down in the 8th inning. Nicely done. The caught stealing.
On the front end, the heater swung on and missed. Look at the release from Austin Hedges and the slap tag by Freddie Galvis. Beautiful play all the way around. That is huge for the Padres. All happening so quickly. Oh yeah, go ahead, Austin. You can pump your fist. Go right ahead. You the man. He's got some swag, Austin Hedges.
Joe Panik's got strike one. Swing and a miss, 1-2. On the ground, ranging to his right is Spangenberg. Throw to first in time, and it ends the inning. A leadoff single by Hunter Pence, but the Padres get a double play on the strike him out, throw him out, double play. Pence caught stealing at second base. Austin Hedges with a great play. 3-2 Padres.
Trey Wingenter, the right-hander, enters his 22nd game. Inherits 3 runners, but only needs 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Sticky, bases loaded for John Jay, and the fastball misses up away. That is something to deal with, man. All these players, everybody who works in baseball, does all the traveling. Falling behind though, and obviously no place to put him now. 3-0. And the 3-0 to Jay misses. Ball 4, the 3rd walk of the inning, and this one brings in the 5th run of the night for the Diamondbacks. One for 3 tonight with a base hit, and Wingenter a strike. And a ground ball has Galvis moving towards second base. Freddie makes the play, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks get 1 more and lead by 2. First Major League RBI tonight for Javi Guerra, and now Trey Wingenter back to work. Issued a bases loaded walk to John Jay last inning before getting Eduardo Escobar to ground out to end the 6th. And now Marte, Peralta, and Descalso, 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Diamondbacks in a 2-run game, top of the 7th. Padres took game 1 of this series last night. Skips that one in. Sure. And certainly that makes a lot of sense at this point. And one of the things Andy was asked today is if he can, they can be taken, and that reminder, for guys going into next season that maybe it doesn't take as long as everybody thinks it's going to. And a lot of it goes back to an individual's performance. I mean, if you get one guy that just plays out of his mind at an MVP kind of level, and think about Acuna in Atlanta. I mean, call it luck, the Nats having a down season.
Sure.
That certainly changed the calculus a little bit, but those are the kinds of things.
Down to the last game of the season.
Colorado last year eliminated by the Diamondbacks in that wild card game, and then Arizona swept by the Dodgers in the division series. A trade that has worked out very nicely for Atlanta. A little roller, and Wingenter gives way to Hosmer. He's got a stretch there, but he's able to make the play. A tweener, nicely done by Haas, 2 away. Getting a start tonight in place of Paul Goldschmidt. He's been aboard 3 times, and he has scored all 3.
Uncharacteristic.
For sure. That one's well struck to right. More thorn in the side. But Franmil goes back and makes a great over-the-shoulder running catch. He covers more ground than you probably think that he does. Very nicely done by Franmil Reyes in right. That ends the top of the 7th inning. We'll stretch at Petco. Padres down 2.